Of Marriage and Single Life, by Francis Bacon. Bacon presents the merits and demerits of married life and single life in his essay, Of Marriage and Single Life. Married man is burdened with wife and children, which prevents him from performing greater things which may be good or evil. So, married man never takes risks. Unmarried or childless man is helpful to the society. As he is free from any burden, he can serve the society. Moreover, since he is childless, he can shower his affection on public. He treats the public as the married man would treat his family. Unmarried man is worried about the present, whereas the married one worries for the welfare of their children in future. The former is not worried about the future. There are some men who prefer riches instead of children. Men prefer to remain single because they value freedom more. These men are selfish in the view of Bacon. They are intolerant to any curbs or controls. Unmarried persons can be good friends, good employers, and good subordinates, but they can never be good citizens. A clergyman must remain single in order to serve others. If he has a family, he cannot serve others. Judges do not need a wife at all, as they undergo greater hardships by the agents who help in bribery. Soldiers can get married because the thought of their wives make them perform well. Married men are kind-hearted, whereas unmarried men are cruel, but for they can spend money for charity. If a wife thinks that her husband is wise, she will be loyal and obedient. Jealous husband will not he respected by wife. For a young man, wife is a mistress. For a middle-aged man, she is a companion. For a old-age man, she is a nurse. Bad husbands always have good wives, because the wife may be happy when he showers occasional affection, which would be great. Or she can be proud of her patience. If a woman chooses a bad husband, then she will be more devoted to show to the world that her choice was right. Analysis. This essay considers wives and children, assuming his readers are male, and balances their advantages against their disadvantages in such a way that it's difficult to decide whether marriage is a good or a bad idea. Bad marriages, however, he suggests, can be analyzed more easily by their effects upon the women in them. Bacon first states with apparent confidence that he that hath wife and children hath given hostages to fortune, for they are impediments to great enterprises, a statement that on the face of it is closed and certain. However, Bacon's essays are also motivated by a sense of exploration, and any resolution of idea is soon left behind. Following the above sentence, he departs from the question of whether women and children are impediments and continues, certainly the best works have proceeded from the unmarried or childless men, which both in affection and means have married and endowed the public. Yet it were great reason that those that have children should have greatest care of future times, unto which they know they must transmit their dearest treasures. Some there are, who though they lead a single life, their thoughts do end with themselves, and count future times impertinences. The word certainly, with which this passage begins, is progressively demolished till only uncertainty is left. The argument winds back to contradict itself. Men without children are more likely to endow the future, yet men with them want the future to be good for their offspring, while some single men think anything beyond their own lives irrelevant. All that remains is a suggestion of various truths, none of which is absolute. Bacon views marriage as bondage. First, they are impediments to great enterprises. Second, the best works, and of greatest merit for the public, have proceeded from the unmarried or childless men. Notice what else Bacon says about single men: they are best friends, best masters, best servants. However, everything Bacon says about single men and women is not complimentary. He goes on to say how a wife and children is a kind of discipline of humanity. One of Bacon's well-known quotes is toward the end of his essay: "Wives are young men's mistresses, companions for middle age, and old men's nurses." Notice how straightforward is Bacon's writings.